It's a hot summer afternoon. The sun is blazing, the asphalt's melting, and somewhere in America, a diner door creaks open. Inside, someone faces an impossible choice. Do they go for the rich, decadent ice cream sundae? Or the cool, creamy, perfectly blended milkshake? This isn't just dessert. This is war. The kind fought with spoons and straws, nostalgia and innovation, and more dairy than your lactose tolerance can handle. Welcome to True History in Minutes, where we uncover the fascinating stories behind the things you use every day. Because today, American Food Wars is diving into the frosty feud that shaped American dessert culture. This is Ice Cream Sundae versus Milkshake. Who is the Dairy King? And hey, if you like this type of content, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. It directly helps the growth of this channel. Let's rewind to the late 1800s, America's golden age of soda fountains. Picture marble counters, brass fixtures, and bow-tied soda jerks slinging seltzer water and sweet syrup for just a few cents a glass. Back then, ice cream wasn't just a treat. It was a social experience, a sign of sophistication and progress. But the sundae? Oh, that was born out of controversy. The story begins with a problem. Sunday laws, the so-called blue laws, that banned selling soda on the Sabbath. Soda jerks needed a workaround because ice cream sodas were all the rage, but not on Sundays. So someone got clever. Instead of soda water, they simply poured chocolate syrup directly over ice cream and served it in a dish. The sundae dessert was born, and to make it sound a little more respectable, they changed the spelling. The sundae became a cheeky act of defiance, sweet rebellion in a bowl. Who invented it first? That's still hotly debated. Ithaca, New York claims it. So does Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Both towns insist their version came first. It's the kind of small-town rivalry that only America could turn into a century-long dessert duel. But while the sundae was delighting churchgoers, something else was quietly bubbling in the background. The rise of the milkshake. Early milkshakes weren't the creamy dream we know today. The first recorded version in the late 1800s actually contained whiskey. It was advertised as a stout, healthful tonic, which is a polite way of saying boozy breakfast in a glass. As prohibition and temperance movements swept through the country, milkshakes lost the whiskey and gained sweetness. By the 1920s, with the invention of electric blenders, they transformed into frothy, frosted perfection. Malt shops popped up everywhere. Teenagers gathered around counters, sipping milkshakes with 2 straws, America's unofficial symbol of young love. By mid-century, the milkshake wasn't just a drink. It was a pop culture icon. Think of Grease, Happy Days, or Pulp Fiction. The shake became shorthand for Americana itself. But while the milkshake conquered pop culture, the sundae held on to its throne in the world of indulgence. It wasn't just dessert, it was architecture. Layers of ice cream, syrups, whipped cream, nuts, and a cherry on top. You didn't drink a sundae, you admired it. And sometimes you feared it. Take the 1930s banana split boom, when soda fountains competed to make the biggest, boldest creations. Some were so enormous they required multiple people to finish them. It was part dessert, part performance art. Then came the diners and drive-ins of the 1950s, when both treats reached their commercial peak. Ice cream sundaes became the visual centerpiece, gleaming glass dishes piled high. But milkshakes? They were mobility incarnate. Portable, simple, and perfect for car hops and drive-through windows. The milkshake adapted to America's love for speed. The sundae demanded you sit down and savor. One was freedom, the other, ritual. But the real turning point came in 1940 with the launch of a small restaurant called McDonald's. Their menu featured just 3 items: hamburgers, fries, and, you guessed it, milkshakes. It wasn't long before chains across the nation followed suit. As America industrialized, so did its desserts. Milkshakes could be standardized, mass-produced, and served consistently anywhere. Sundaes required more craftsmanship, a human touch. The battle lines were drawn: machine efficiency versus human artistry. Still, the sundae refused to melt away. It evolved. Hot fudge sundaes, turtle sundaes, brownie sundaes, caramel crunches, and the monstrous kitchen sink served at Disney's Beaches and Cream, an entire gallon of ice cream that comes with a siren when it's delivered. Meanwhile, the milkshake kept reinventing itself too, from the malted shakes of the 40s to the thick shakes of the 70s, and today's Instagram-worthy freak shakes, towering concoctions topped with candy bars, donuts, and whole slices of cake. They've both come a long way from their humble soda fountain origins, but let's look deeper. What makes these desserts so emotionally powerful? For many Americans, the sundae is nostalgia. It's your grandmother's kitchen, the diner down the street, the feeling of treating yourself. It's stationary, sentimental, deliberate. The milkshake, on the other hand, is kinetic. It's the road trip pit stop, the teenage first date, the movie theater indulgence. It represents movement and modernity. The sundae says, stay a while. The milkshake says, let's go. And maybe that's the real secret. The battle between sundae and milkshake mirrors something bigger, America's eternal tug-of-war between tradition and innovation, between comfort and convenience. So, who's the Dairy King? The truth is, it depends on the crown you want to wear. If you crave heritage, texture, and decadence, the sundae reigns supreme. If you want speed, simplicity, and nostalgia in motion, the milkshake wears the crown. Either way, both are monuments to America's ability to turn simple ingredients, milk, sugar, and ice, into something magical. And as long as there are spoons and straws, this war will never end. So tell me in the comments, who do you think took the crown today? And what showdown should we do next? I'm just saying, I'm willing to risk the calories for science. If you had fun hanging out, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. You know the deal. I'll catch you in the next food fight. Same time, same stomachache. Thanks for watching True History in Minutes, and we will see you in the next episode of American Food Wars.